Greetings, kids and nerds, I'm Lazy Universe, and I'm White and Nerdy, and it's finally February. It is the time of romance, the time of love that is in the air. It's also Black History Month, but most people will probably associate February with the month of love. And that's what I'm gonna do this time. Maybe at some other point I'll do like a top 10 favorite like African American or black superheroes, but I got nothing. So do and say what you will, but I've got nothing so far. So, with that all said and done, we're actually going to count down my top 10 favorite relationships, my top 10 favorite movie couples in this. Maybe some other year I'll do my top 10 like favorite TV show couples, but these are my top 10 picks for favorite movie couples. Now, these aren't necessarily couples just in general, these are just couples that are in movie form, whether it be animated or live action. These are just the ones that I really do actually either love myself, pun intended, or really do enjoy. And these are just my top 10 picks for them. So I just want to let people know that straight off the bat. Number one, just remember that these are just my picks for these couples that then don't necessarily, have to be an actual couple, but just the way that they can kind of work off of one another is what makes them all the more special. Like whether they're a couple or not, just the chemistry that they have, whether it be animated or live action, is what's gonna really count for this list. Number two, just remember that these are just my opinions, so I don't want nobody to come into the comment section and be like, I don't like number so and so because I think that you're wrong or the decision is stupid. You're entitled to dislike and like what you like, and I'm entitled to like and dislike what I like. A lot weirder when you say it like that, isn't it? So whatever, still going with it. So, with that all said and done, and with that all out of the way, we are going to count down the Lazy Universe top 10 favorite movie couples. So, go grab your box of chocolates and your roses and cherish this with a loved one. Unless some people are actually alone. I feel for those people. But with that all said and done, and I would save this for Valentine's Day, but February is kind of going to be kind of a month for me because I have Valentine's Day, which I'm going to spend with somebody very special who I hope is actually watching this. In a sense. And then I have my birthday that is coming up, so a lot of things are actually happening. So, with that all said and done, and with that out of the way, let's get started. This is the Lazy Universe Top 10 Favorite Movie Couples. So, like I said, grab your box of chocolate, grab your roses, grab your loved one, grab a tub of popcorn and some soda. You might be here for a while. And let's sit back and enjoy my top 10 picks for favorite movie couples. Let's begin the countdown. Number 10. Carl and Ellie from the Disney Pixar movie formerly known as Up.
I just don't know how I'm gonna get to Paradise Falls.
Yes, I'm doing this to you right from the start, and no, I don't care. Carl and Ellie's relationship can be described as both special and also amazingly beautiful. And within the first 10 minutes of the movie, we know everything about this adorable couple, the struggles that they had, but the love that they never lost for each other. Their relationship can only be described as special, and it's the best kind of special in the most best of ways, even though through all their struggles and whatnot, they always had each other. Well, up until the final part of the 10-minute mark, but we don't talk about that. But Carl and Ellie's relationship is definitely special. Number 9. R and Julie from one of my personal favorite movies, only known as Warm Bodies. Nicholas Hoult and Teresa Palmer are absolutely amazing together, and Warm Bodies definitely shows you a chemistry that you never thought was possible. They have such an amazing on screen chemistry together, and it really begins to show, and definitely is what makes Warm Bodies a lot more enjoyable than you actually think. Warm Bodies is funny, charming, and everything else in between, and it definitely thanks to Miss Palmer and Mr. Holt for their basically great chemistry together. So if you haven't seen Warm Bodies yet, I'd give it a watch and check out how Teresa Palmer and Nicholas Holt can definitely steal the screen as a zombie who falls in love with a human. It's very adorable.
Do you remember your name yet? Well,
Number 8. Robin Hood and Maid Marian from the Disney's cult classic incarnation of Robin Hood.
Marian, my darling, I love you more than life itself. My love, your plea.
Brian Bedford and Monica Evans are absolutely adorable together, and in Robin Hood, you can definitely get the sensation that they are truly madly in love. For the two of them have been in love since they were children, and they've always seen one another in a different light that nobody else has, and that's what makes their relationship so much more special. They never stopped once to stop loving each other, except for keeping each other in their minds and in their hearts until they could finally be together forever. Say what you will about these two, but they will forever and most definitely live in my heart and live forever in many hearts of Disney fans because of what they represent together.
Marian, my love, will you marry me?
oh, darling, I thought you'd never ask me. But you could have chosen a more romantic setting.
Number 8. Wyatt and Samantha from Ready Player One.
Damn, I love that bike.
Oh, Adrian. Well, he's my friend, but he can fix it for you.
Now, at first, when we meet Wyatt and Samantha, Wyatt has a cyber crush on Samantha because he watches her Twitch streams. But then their relationship evolves into something bigger. And that's when you get the sensation that the two of them really do actually love one another and really do trust one another more so than anyone, especially the audience, probably could even imagine that they could. As you get the sensation of love at first sight with the two of them, and that's actually pretty magical, and in fact, seeing Samantha finally happy after the shit that she went through is especially a good thing. Even when the two of them actually meet face to face, they still love one another and still want to be with one another, despite the whole cybercrush thing being the whole plot point. What these two have is nothing short of both adorable and cute, and dear God, I just want to package them up in a cute box of cute and just keep them there for all eternity. Number 7. Didn't take me long to quickly realize I meant number 6. I sincerely apologize for that little mistake actually happening. Pongo and Purdy from Disney's animated classic 101 Dalmatians.
Adita, darling, are you alright?
And when Pongo first meets Purdy, you understand that Pongo is mostly the one that's interested in her and not fully the other way around, as silly as that seems. But eventually the two of them evolve their own relationship with each other and actually become very much involved with one another, as well as being well protective of one another, including very protective of their little ones. When the little ones disappear, it's without a shadow of a doubt that the two of them become very protective parents of their young. Say what you want to about them two, but they are very protective parents and very loving parents to go after their young despite everything that has happened to the two of them. As these two are more than just an amazing couple, they are also very amazing parents, and it's cute and respectful of seeing them, the two of them, become superheroes for their young. Number 5. Moses and Zipporah from the animated cult classic, The Prince of Egypt. Now, at first, when we meet Zipporah, she wanted nothing to do with Moses at all, especially considering the sense that she was first bought to be a sex slave. But afterwards, Moses redeemed himself by helping her escape, making sure that she would be forever honored and that nothing of disgrace would ever come to her. That is until the two of them met again, which of course did not lead to so nice shenanigans, as Zipporah should still not forgive Moses. But eventually the two evolved a relationship over time. The two of them began to trust one another, the two of them basically began to fall in love with one another. You know how the whole process goes. And especially after he talked to a burning bush, yes, it actually happens, his wife believes him and supports his every goal and every dream, just as a good supportive wife should do. For their love was stronger than the bonds that were happening at the time. As Moses wanted to free his people, his wife was behind him the entire time, supporting him in all his goals. And no matter how Zipporah felt, she was always there behind her husband's back, making sure that her love can carry him the entire way, both her love and her support.
But Moses, you're just one man.
Number 4. Noah and Allie from the cult classic, The Notebook.
This place is gigantic.
Yeah, gigantic piece of crap. I'm gonna buy it one day, huh?
Now, of course, Noah and Allie's relationship carried themselves further than they could ever imagine, as when they first met each other, they wanted nothing to do with one another but grew love over time. As in fact, even when they grew up, they became an elderly couple, and poor Allie, who suffered from dementia, they still love each other. As despite their ups and downs all throughout life, the two of them never stopped loving one another, never stopped being there for one another, and that is magical. As even when they broke up, and even when Allie got married, the two of them were still madly in love with one another. And also, yes, I know how stereotypical this choice is. But fuck you, this movie is amazing, and also fuck you because this couple is amazing. And if you haven't seen The Notebook yet, I highly recommend that you do so, as it is nothing short of amazing.
All day through.
Number 3. Princess Buttercup and Wesley from the cult classic Princess Bride.
Oh, my sweet Wesley, what have I done?
All my Princess Bride fans, throw your hands up. I see you out there. And yes, I love Robin Wright and Carrie Ulr's chemistry together. It is perfect. And they're not only just funny together, they are amazingly charming together, and this movie is proof that there should be more work between the two of them, as they are amazing. They are also an amazingly cute couple throughout this movie, and their chemistry is definitely proof of that, and I am amazed by this, truthfully. And if you haven't seen Princess Bride yet, I highly recommend that you do, as this is both adorable and also highly, highly recommended by myself, as it's one of my favorite movies.
They're here.
No. We have already succeeded. I mean...
Number 2. Scott Pilgrim and Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
You and her? It was just a phase.
Just a phase?
You had a sexy phase? It meant nothing. I didn't think it would count.
It meant nothing?
I was just a little bit curious.
Well, honey.
Michael Cera and Mary Elizabeth Winstead are amazing together, and this movie is definite proof of wow and why that they both of them are so amazing. I liked them ever since I first watched Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and every time I come back and revisit one of my favorite films ever, I can't help but keep smiling at the two of them. I sincerely mean it. These two have such a great, wonderful chemistry together, and it's amazing that they haven't been in anything else aside from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. All you have to do is watch Scott Pilgrim vs. the World to know what I mean, that these two actually do have a great on-screen chemistry together, and I'd love to see them in more roles aside from just this one. So if you ever get the chance to watch Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, I highly recommend paying attention to Michael Cera and Mary Elizabeth Winstead, as you can definitely not go wrong with the two of these.
That's really the whole story. Okay, fine. I had to fight a guy to be with her, okay? I fought a crazy 80-foot-tall, purple-suited dude, and I had to fight 96 guys to get to him. He was flying and shooting lightning bolts.
And my number one favorite movie couple of all time just so happens to go to Peter Parker and Michelle from the Tom Holland Spider-Man franchise.
Oh my God. Oh, this isn't what it looks like, Captain. No, man. This is not what it looks like.
Oh, hey.
I've shipped these two before it was cool to ship these two. Ever since Spider-Man Homecoming, I wanted these two kids to be together, and goddammit, now they are. I'm serious, man. I have shipped Zendaya and Tom Holland forever until they finally announced their engagement, and man, I was finally fully happy. These two kids deserve each other, man, and that's what it's all about, is the true love that these two have for one another to actually and finally become engaged with one another. And if you want to see where their love first started, I recommend watching the Tom Holland Spider-Man films, as they are nothing but phenomenal, and to show us the path that this couple had together.
I'm gonna buy you this. I'll give it to paracetamol. You kiss me.
And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. That is my top 10 favorite picks of favorite movie couples. I know the Tom Holland and Zendaya one is kind of like for some people because they just announced their engagement. But to be honest, I did ship these guys a lot before they actually were engaged. I wanted them to become engaged or get married or whatever ever since Spider-Man Homecoming. So if you guys agree with my list, what are your favorite movie couples? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to help this channel support it and help it grow, the best way to do so is by liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell icon so you can be notified every single time I make an upload. And thank you guys for watching this Lazy Universe Top 10. I believe Universe, I want nerdy keep you can on. If you have any suggestion for Lazy Universe Top 10, let me know in the comments down below. And if you'd like to follow me, see what I'm talking about, doing, whatever, you can do so by clicking the link to my Twitter with a link in the description down below. But thank you guys so much for watching this Lazy Universe Top 10. I believe Universe, I want nerdy keep you can on. And until next time, and as always, take care.